What's up, YouTube? Sanchez 405 coming at you on the Warpath. The final edition of the offensive Warpath review, talking about arguably the best position on the team, as those prognosticators and a lot of us believe. And the wide receivers led by Pierre Garçon, Deshaun Jackson up the top. Jamison Crowder came through last year, was a big surprise, the rookie out of Duke. And Ryan Grant played all right for the team in some spots. Rashad Ross was real good speedster as a kick returner. And a lot of people are saying that, this is, especially with the addition of Josh Doctson, probably the most talented wide receiver core in the NFL. I'm a little hesitant to embrace that just because of, one, they haven't really seen the field together. Two, I just feel like, it's hype, and we shouldn't feed into this hype. We've always fed into hype, and it always seems like it bites us in the butt. But looking at it, Pierre Garçon led the wide receivers with 777 yards. The lucky 7. Deshaun Jackson, of course, he was hurt in the week 1 game against Miami, going out deep, and was lost for a little bit of time, but came through. Probably his best game was against Buffalo last season, where he just basically slippity slide, and past that defense. Had another huge catch against the Giants as well that basically proved to be the difference maker in that game and helped pad the lead and on to the victory for the Skins. I've said it before, if Kirk Cousins is going to succeed, it's going to be with this position. It's a nice mix of youth and veteran talent there, especially with our guys, 88 and 11. Those boys are going to do their job. As long as Deshaun can stay healthy, this team is going to be, they're going to have a deep threat. Doctson, I think the rookie out of TCU, drafted 22nd overall by the team, he will be a good red zone threat. And then we have our specialists, basically that they're going to be the specialist. I'll go into more on that later in the week with my specialist video. But Rashad Ross and Jamison Crowder, these guys did admirably. Jamison Crowder is leaving a little bit to be desired. I think he's more should focus on being that slot receiver, and boy howdy did he come through, especially displacing Andre Roberts as a slot receiver. And that's what Jay Gruden's going to do, and that's what he's proven. And I think a lot of credit has to be given to the wide receivers coach, Ike Hilliard. If we know our guy Ike, he was here in 2012 when RG3 was a rookie and in Pierre's first season, and then he didn't last too long with Shanahan's, and then he came back because Jay Gruden said, hey, I want you back, and you were the guy who was coaching my wide receivers out there in the UFL when they were a part of, I think it was the Tuskers. But I really like this. I like the squad. I just don't want to feed into the hype. And I'm not saying I'm not excited. Don't get me wrong when I say don't feed into the hype, but I'm excited for it. But I'm just cautiously optimistic. I honestly believe, we draw similar parallels to the 2006 team, where we thought we had everything. We had the slot, although a lot of this wide receiver core has been built through free agency and a little bit of the draft. Talking about Grant, you talk about Crowder, and you're talking about Doctson. These guys have been drafted. Deshaun Jackson was brought in. And Pierre Garçon was from the former regime with Mike Shanahan. And I think Pierre is going to be, he had a game winner last season against Philadelphia, taking it hard in the paint. That guy is tough. And I think we're going to carry 6 receivers. I honestly believe that, barring injury or anything like that. And those guys are going to be the top. They have a few, like I like to say, training camp bodies, basically. They are fighting for roster spots, but I really do think that position solidified, especially the top 4 positions when you have Pierre, Deshaun, Jameson, and you have Doxson now. He'll be that number 4 receiver. So Ryan Grant might be the odd man out. He's going to have a great showing here, and especially Rashawn Ross. If someone can unseat him, or if even Crowder could combine his talents as a kickoff return, man, you know, we'll just see. I mean, I'm not saying that's something that could happen, but really excited for this position. I mean, I cannot wait to see Kirk Cousins air out the ball, and I said it all off season. He has no excuses. This is a talented group of receivers. This, like I said, it's more talented than the group that we had in 2006 when we were talking about having Santana Moss on the end, Randall as the slot, and Brandon Lloyd on the opposite end of Santana Moss. We saw that happen. Brandon Lloyd barely made it through the 2007 season. Randall was below average with the Skins, and Santana Moss, he's probably one of the greatest Redskin receivers. He's got to be in the top 5 of all-time receivers, maybe a little bit lower, but I honestly do believe he's in the top 5. So that's what we're looking forward to. I'm coming up with the defense, guys. It's going to be hard and heavy. I apologize. This video was done last night, but I had to redo it because YouTube didn't want to accept it for some reason. So I'm loving the comments. I haven't been able to get to it. It's been a really hectic week. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to have a special Warpath Wednesday edition as opposed to these videos coming up here, and hopefully I can get another one out tonight, starting with the defensive line, another big question mark. But for right now, as always, love, peace, and hail, and I'll be talking to you later. Comment, tell your friends to subscribe, tell mama, daddy, everybody. I'm out.